Things change in life. The world changes. The way people think changes. Lifestyle change. And when we are little, we are taught what was supposed to be something that would help us survive. And the people who taught us teach us based on what they know and what they were taught and what they were exposed to, but that wasn't everything. Sometimes we'll take the knowledge that mama and grandma give us and we assume that's the whole world and the whole world revolves around that until we get out into the world and realize it's different. Until we are taught that this world is made up with different people and different mindsets and different scenarios and live in different places, until we are taught that people are different and that we have to deal with different people in different situations, we are always going to have a problem when there's difficulty. And some of us don't make it because we don't have any coping skills at all. We were taught how to do well in school. We were taught how to get a good paying job. We were even taught how to pay bills, present ourselves, and get a suitable mate and raise a family. That's what we were instructed to do. But see, between those periods, sometimes those things don't run into each other. Sometimes the school doesn't run directly into marriage. And sometimes the marriage doesn't run directly into child rearing, and so on and so forth until you retire and die. Sometimes there are gaps between the time you finish school and the time you get married. Sometimes there are gaps between the time that you first get married and start having children where it's just you and your mate and you have to get to know each other. Sometimes there are gaps between the time that your marriage is over due to death or divorce before you retire. Sometimes there are gaps between the time you retire and the time that it's time for you to pass away. And we were not taught how to deal with the gaps. We were not taught to be by ourselves. We were told to love ourselves, but we weren't told how to love ourselves. And that's the hard part. I know a lot of people my age right now. I know a couple of ladies right now, very close to me. And they are in that gap period. The children are gone. They have a job. They don't have a husband due to death or divorce. And they literally don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know how to live for themselves. And one or two of them, all they think about 24/7, 365 is getting another man. So he can fill in the gap. And these men out here in this world aren't as stupid as you think they are, ladies. Don't get it twisted. Just because he doesn't say exactly how smart he is, don't get it twisted. See, the difference between men and women I've noticed in most cases is that men speak when it's necessary. Women speak. Yeah, you heard me say it. And don't get me wrong, we're cut from a different cloth. You know, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. But we're all part of the same solar system. We need each other. We're different. That's all it is to it. We're different, and that's okay because our differences have created a world. We've created a population of people. So sometimes you need those differences. I understand that. So I'm not saying that women have big mouths, even though some of you do. And you know you do. But don't get it twisted just because a man's not saying something about a situation. That means he's not paying attention. Not the smart ones anyway. And I'm talking about men. Men. Not males that walk around looking like grown men, but they're actually little boys. I'm not talking to you. Not talking to you. I'm talking about men, inside and out. Because you understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there because there seemed to be a little disconnect. There's always going to be a battle of the sexes, a little bit of disagreement on what men think of women, what women think of men. But don't take it to the point where you just think that the other sex is automatically stupid just because of how you were raised. Because there are a lot of people that are becoming enlightened nowadays. And people have more options. It doesn't have to be marriage and children and all that. There's some people that I know that are single, childless, and are super happy, and they wouldn't trade it in for anything in the world. And I look at it like this. Regardless of what your lifestyle is, if you are happy with who you are when you get up in the morning and look in the mirror and you are thankful to be alive, good, you're happy. Because I know a lot of people that are in situations where they're married, they got everything in the world, and from the outside everything looks perfect, and they are dreading to go home every day. I know some men that could not tell you the last time they went straight home from work. For years, they would go somewhere else. And that somewhere else could be anywhere. It could be a bar, it could be a friend's house, it could be a girlfriend's house, it could be anywhere. Or some of them go to the beach and just sit for an hour or two because they dread coming home. And they've been doing this every single work day for years. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to have somebody have me scared to come home. No way. You can't be happy at home. You can't be happy nowhere. I'm just saying.